Thursday afternoon, 19th of October. I've just finished honing 4 razors, 2 of which were saved from almost a rusty death but are now perfect. And 3 of them are Pumas, only one of which, though, is an urn, as in a crown and sword. Quite a big blade, quite a deep hollow. Came to me a few weeks back. Anyway, let's get on and start off with a little bit of a pre-shave. I'm knackered. Anyway, pre-shave. The people's pre-shave, as Yaqi puts it. Dapper shaves, Yaqi. Anyway, here's the people's pre-shave with the trusty Cella. I used Cella today because I need a very kind lather, because I'm using 4 freshly honed razors to try and see if I've made a reasonable job. The other experiment being, I'm taking a leaf out of Gary Hayward's book, and I'm cutting out the number of stones. Not hugely so, but I thought, no, I'm going to do without the 10K American stone. It's a very good stone, but if you use all your stones correctly, as I hope I am, the 8K, first of all used with a nice thick slurry, and then after you've done sort of, I don't know, should we call it 30 laps, then to drop down to do another 10 or 15 with just plain water. There is a noticeable lack of resistance on the edge that way. Also, I tend to use always forward strokes rather than circular strokes or in between. That way, no wire edge. Because I couldn't today be asked to actually put on the correct method, which is when I drop normally from 5K to 8K, I kill the edge and bring it back. And it's nice to see how quickly it comes back. Sort of, I don't know, I wouldn't call it a test, but anyway, that's what I do. But today, no. So I went straight from a 1K on a couple of blades that needed it. Then obviously 3K, 5K, 8K, straight onto 12K with slurry, and then 20K Gukomyu Suhiru as my finisher. Anyway, I think that's enough lather. That's enough of me blathering about. What I will do is, again, a touch of the Yaqi tips, always very, very good, is make sure your lather doesn't dry out. So always add a tiny drop of water. That way, you have a slightly less dense lather. I must admit, I'm not the greatest at lathering. And I'm not the greatest at soaps. Anything will do. I just care more about the edge. And I don't think the edge of your razor is going to mind too much on the aroma from your lather. So again, when it comes to aromas, I'm blissfully ignorant. However, I think that's enough. Right, I'm going to start with the biggest of the blades. Let me just dig this one out. This is the urn. Very, 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 very famous manufacturer. And this model is the Crown and Sword razor. Crown and Sword, extra hollow ground. This one came with a very slightly rusty edge on the heel, which of course I had to take off. Anyway, this is, again, all of them have been rendered the same. They've all had the same progression. So it should be an interesting test. Yeah, you can hear this is very deeply hollow. Yeah, it's lovely. Don't know why, but this period of German razor making was very, very good. I suppose if you think about it, it's a matter of competition. The Japanese, the English, everybody was making razors because that's what most blokes used. Oh, look at that. That's a dream. No resistance at all. Yeah, that's a good edge. I'm not going to go any further with this one because that's proved it. Lots of gunk. That worked very well. I don't know, I've got about 2, maybe 3 days of bristle. So my bristle tends to be of the barbed wire variety. So now, next largest down just happens to be a very, very early razor. Ooh, look, gold. This is very scarce. This is a Latterjungen company, not a Latterjungen Sohn, but a Latterjungen company, Solingen, Germany. This is the Tiger 27. These are rare. And a Tiger 27 in this condition, I've hardly had to do anything to it. So yeah, that's quite good. The only thing is, obviously, a little bit of warping. Can't be helped. I'm not going to replace the scales because I'm not going to chance getting the Tiger off the side. I'd cry for a month if that went wrong. Slightly less hollow ground. Very nice though. Ooh. Another little test that I do that may interest you chaps is once I've come off the stones and I go to start, before I actually start the stropping, I like to see if it's capable, the edge that is, of actually doing a hanging hair test without doing any stropping. Very, very, very few can. But the older the blade, the more likely. This isn't so good. No, we've got a little bit of dragging on this. Just a bit. It's interesting. Obviously, I've not used any of these blades before. They're straight off the streets. They're straight off the stones, straight off the hewn stones. This one, I might be tempted to improve slightly. I haven't got time today, and I don't want to bore you to death. But what I'd like to do at some point is to use this little barber's hone from America. Little $5 barber's hone, and see if you can actually improve a raggedy edge. Trouble is, these are good edges. Why this one should feel very, very slightly off, I really don't know. But let me now go to another little prize. This again is a Puma, but this has got a slightly different address. This is the standard made in Germany from Best Puma steel. And when you see that, look for the serifs, the little curvy ends on the letters. If it's got little curvy ends on the letters, it's usually quite early. And this one is a more common Puma 95. Sadly, it came without a box, this one. I'm always after boxes. Yeah, and it had a slight fault, which I've repaired on the scales. But very nice condition. And the Puma 95, I've got another one. They're quite good actually. Let's try on the moustache again. That was giving us problems. Oh, better. Yeah. How strange. Smooth as silk. The other one wasn't. That is unusual. They both come through the same process. The last one that gave me the very slight hang up just now on the moustache area, that was the earlier one. So you can't always rely on early steel. It's only an indicator. This is really nice. This has got a brilliant edge. Just the weight of the razor. My goodness me. We have a winner. And this particular 95, Puma 95, is actually slightly later. Isn't that strange? Anyway, I think we can call that one, separate department, as being absolutely excellent and proved. So that's getting there. Now we come to something very unusual. This little devil is a puma tiger, but it's got a different address. This one has Lauterjung and Company, and it simply has a Solingen, Germany, serif letters. But this one has just the little tiger motif. It hasn't actually got the tiger on it. Of course, the really nice one, if I can dig it out for a second. Oh, which one was it? No, it's the other. No. Only one razor that I own actually has a tiger rampant on the side of the tang. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forests of the night. What immortal hand or eye, could frame thy perfect symmetry? Now this little devil was a lot of work because it was rusty. Came from America and it was in a state, really was in a state. I found that by buying the right size of buff wheels, restitching them 2-inch buff wheels so they matched exactly the curvature of the hollow grind, and then buying from Germany some watchmakers carborundum, so I could go from relatively coarse to very fine without altering the curvature. Anyway, got it all out. This is now a bright and shiny razor. I want to try this one though. Let's go against the grain. Yep, no problem. This is a 4/8. It's a very small razor. I'm not very fond of very small razors. They're a fiddle. And regrinding them, oh, don't. Had to be done. These are very, very rare. Well, I think they're very, very rare. I would say for a 4/8 it's very good. It's a very, very small blade. But the actual edge is good. Nice. Not perfect, I'm sure. It's doing a job. For those who are relatively new to my channel and relatively new to straight razor shaving, welcome. This is very, very addictive. For the simple reason, unless you want to be a hairy beatnik with a beard all your life, at some point you're going to want to look smart. And the smartest you can be, in my opinion, is a straight razor shave. You very soon get used to the foibles. This is a lovely little blade actually. I'm beginning to change my mind about small blades. It's a little bit resistant in places though. No, it is resistant. It's mostly me because I'm going from a relatively large blade to this very small blade. Yeah, I'm not happy with the fact it's so small. Let's just try against the grain. Slightly draggy, but good in places, like the curate's egg. Let's try the best one out of the three, which is this. For some reason, I'm going to give a little bit more hydration to the lather, which is rapidly drying. I've got to say though, if you want a cheap and consistent, good soap. All the Cellas seem to be pretty good. I'm not getting a kickback from Italy, I can assure you. Anyway, yeah, let's try it one more time, but with the good blade. This one is a 5/8, which again is a little bit on the small side. It's an odd size actually, 5/8. I don't think this one's a pure 5/8. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness me. Yeah, I had a feeling this would be good when I was stropping it. Yeah, effortless. Luck of the draw. Good steel. We're going across the moustache. I'm a bit picky, but you know, I'd still fancy a bigger blade. No, it's effortless. I've got to say, this is a keeper. Here's the irony. I said this is a keeper. This is the one with the damaged scale. Oh, it's typical, that is. Yeah, that is typical. Blimey, you can even on a razor I've never used before that's just come off the stones. You can't beat that. Bit of a mismatch of a shade. This will not count as a BBS for the simple reason I'm trying all these different blades at all these different angles, and it's not ideal. But this one's a little monster. I love it. I have to make a special mark on this one. Right, I'm going to finish off in a sec. So this is Martin's Strange Test Channel. One of the things you notice with very good edges, you can go over an area which you've already done, which is, to all intents and purposes, completely smooth. And it's still singing away like mad. It's still cutting. Quick last pass and we're done. So, in conclusion, no matter how diligent you are with your stones, there is something going amiss with the steel sometimes. So I've just done 4 razors, all from the same period, within, I don't know, 25 years. All between 1900 and about 1925. This one's probably very slightly later because it's got the slightly later address. 3 of which are Puma, one of which is the Sword and Crown, the urn. See what I mean? Look, that area's been done. It's smooth as a baby's bum. And yet I can go up and down and still hear that it's cutting. There's nothing there to cut. This is a very deeply hollow blade, so of course it does protest. I don't know if you can hear it on this video, but it's just started to rain heavily outside. I'm glad I'm inside. Just a little bit of a trim here and there, which is one of the profound joys of a straight razor. And when you wash your face afterwards, you can have yet another little go. Anyway, that's about it. I don't honestly think I'm going to beat this one today. So I've got one really posh one. 3 are okay. The little one, I think it's a little unfair to come down on it so hard. It's only a 4/8. It was savagely rusted. It's been totally restored. And I'm not very fond of using 4/8s. They're tiny. It's like shaving with a bloody toothbrush. In fact, I'd say there's a lot of toothbrushes which have got bigger heads than that. But there we have it. A couple of tiny little bits there could do with a little bit of a touch up on my neck. Not a single mark. Yep, not a single mark. Just goes to show the more you straight shave, the better you get. And the more picky you can be as well. Now I'm quite picky. Let's do the famous Yaqi aftershave. Use a nice dollop from the brush. Smash it on. Use all the nice natural oils and whatever in the soap, in the lather. I'm not sure what Cella use. I do know that it's almond oil they use on the Cella Red. And I found that to be very, very nice. Very, very comfortable. Let me just wipe a little bit off. We'll do the final test. That's good. I'm not going to pretend that's BBS. There are places where it is BBS and there's places where it ain't. But seeing as that was with 4 completely different razors, it's worth a go. Here we are with the alum block, little alum block. I will be honest, a very slight sting, but only on the neck, under the chin, because I went quite hard just now with that. But as you can see, no nicks, no bites, no little bleeders. Strange stuff, the alum. It's quite sweet. Don't let it get on your razor because it'll bugger it totally. The trouble with alum is it's known as a triple salt. And that word salt is probably all you need to know. It's an aluminium triple salt and it's intensely bad at darkening steel. And I don't like it, but it's a good test to see if your edges on your blades have been kind to your skin. Mine have been. I'm very happy actually. I think a little baby 4/8, I might have another go at that. And I'll tell you what, I might just use this. Anyway, enough of that. Thanks chapesses for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. This is a quadruple shave. So it's 4 freshly honed razors on the usual progression, except I missed out the 10K because I'm lazy. See you all soon. Please give me a like if you enjoyed it. Please tell your friends. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.